We have so many countdowns in this like folder. I didn't know which
I
one
was
to
like,
pick. And three
I
of them are
know.
named Jeremiah.
Hey, that's
Anyway,
me.
hello everybody. We're here with Jeremiah. I am Tony in Laughing Place headquarters east, not too far from where Jeremiah is right now at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Jeremiah, what's going on?
Not much. Sorry, as you are getting over your sickness, I'm still milking mine for as much as I can.
Mine was all in my belly, but I'm not going to get further details on that one.
Thank you. We're out here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, just kind of walk and talk because we haven't done much since the New Year. So let's do some walking and talking. Please join in the conversation. Tony is not feeling great. I'm still not feeling great. So if we can talk about somebody else other than ourselves, we're better about that.
It is a gloomy day today.
As I was walking in 20 minutes ago, the downpour happened, the deluge. So Team Umbrella. Oh, so they took out the ornaments, and apparently they're just not putting anything else in there because that
all right
is a new window. Well, I guess it looks like it's not all the way on there, but
I want to say the window is new, but that display definitely is.
Yeah, the window sticker.
Charles agrees. It is a gloomy day indeed. And Jalen says hello. Hello, Jalen. Again, folks, we are live. If you have any questions, comments, things you'd like to see today at Disney's Hollywood Studios, please let us know in the comments, and we'll do our best to make that happen. Now we're going to go right down Sunset Boulevard?
Yes. We'll go the counterclockwise. And I actually haven't.
Look, you can't really do clockwise or a circular fashion at Hollywood Studios. So
nope, you got to walk down and then come right back up. So everybody ignore everything on the left side of the street because we'll be looking at that in a few minutes. It's like we're on the Universal Tram Tour. We're only talking about one side right now. We'll talk about the other in a few minutes.
And is part of this area closed? No trams allowed?
No.
No trams allowed.
That's cute little. Yeah. I did get a chance to walk into the stores, and right now, if you are in the parks, and probably on Shop Disney, they have some type of discount, but all the Disney 100 stuff is 50% off.
And that includes high value stuff too. If you pop in here real quick, we might be able to see it. The Disney 100 Dooney and Burke. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah.
It's like silver. It almost looks like a Spaceship Earth looking kind of bag, but Morgan got that one. For those who don't follow us regularly, Morgan's my wife. She got that one at a savings of over $200. It was quite remarkable. So
yeah, the castles, the 100 castles that had the iridescent silver kind of drop on top of it. Those are 50% off, and I keep looking at those. There you go.
Yes, good.
Nope, no Dooney and Burke. Or is that it behind the counter? No. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's the one.
Which I don't think I ever saw until just recently.
Yeah, I've joked with her when she got it. I was like, well, next time we'll have to wait for the end of a celebration when they release new merchandise about 4 weeks ahead of it. And maybe that'll go on 50% off too.
See, and I was talking with somebody the other day. When I used to visit in the late 90s, I would come New Year, like right after New Year's. And again, just like it is right now, everything would be on sale. Yeah. So I definitely would go home with some great stuff that I didn't pay full price for the 2 weeks ahead. This is a very brown color.
I'm sure they'll be talking more about Disney 100 sales on Shop Disney and probably what we saw in the parks on Barely Necessities later today, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific with Becca and Rebecca. Every week they talk about the latest and greatest deals and new Disney merchandise. So,
speaking of new merchandise, I've not seen this Stitch backpack.
I haven't either. Yeah.
There's always the Stitch Valentine's Day plush. I did see some St. Patrick's Day shirts earlier, so we'll walk over here and see if they have them.
They just blew over Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Buy two, you save $25.
Oh, here are the land shirts that I've been seeing. Tomorrowland, Adventureland. Oh, they even have a Main Street.
For Life. I think that was the ABC show that got canceled.
That Fantasyland is very much like a Disneyland Paris to me.
It does. I could see it. Yeah. I think it's the castle.
Um,
Oh, I like that one.
and
I've
then
seen that one before, I think. Because those two are very related.
they come out with a lot of Walt Disney World, just Walt Disney World branded shirts, which are really cool. I enjoy those. I will also say that the park is pretty quiet. I mean, yes, it's been raining. I would say it's cold, but it's not at all. I almost put on jeans and I looked at the temperature. I'm like, oh, it's 75. Yeah, no.
It's going to be tonight, though. So if anybody's watching in the Central Florida area, bundle up because the temperature is going to plummet. And I think there's a frost warning for the morning already.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit like a high of 50 tomorrow or something. I did get the announcement on my Alexa this morning about the dense fog warning. Yeah.
A friend of mine drove down last night, and he was sending pictures, and it was pretty foggy last night, too. When was the last time you saw the Beauty and the Beast show?
Not too long ago. It's all back to normal, which is nice.
We saw it recently, and my first thought was, aside from like a small change here or there, I'm pretty sure that's the same show that it has been since 1991.
Yep. No, the only time it ever changed was when the live action came out and they did the whole Rose and they did one of the songs. Tower Terror is a 35-minute wait, and that really says something because where we're walking to next is all closed off. So.
Oh wow, yeah. So that means Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is not open either?
No, that's still open. You can guarantee those shows are packed right now.
That's one of those things I always forget exists until I'm pretty much right where you are, and I go, "Oh yeah, that's back here."
No, it's funny. Like they have the signs. Hey, look, Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. Come and see it. And then everybody gets around this corner. And they're like, "Oh, it's all closed off." Okay. Today is, I don't remember how many years it was, but one of the greatest hard ticket things that I ever attended was the Villain Soiree back there. Oh, that was... Go on to our YouTube, and Tony, if you could put the link in there, just that party was so amazing. That was one of those things that I wanted to do the next year, but sadly it never returned.
That was back when that venue was supposed to be for that kind of stuff and not Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
Nope. Started out as the dance party that was lots of fun, and then they started using that as the special event. And, this was supposed to be special events only. And then, hey, we need something for the kids. Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
Villain Sinister Soiree?
I believe that was the one.
Okay.
Should have a disco ball that looks like the poison apple from Snow White.
Not on the thumbnails, but...
What's the thumbnail? I don't even remember because that was before we did.
Evil Queen, and Lady Tremaine.
With face, like... things we could be talking about in Slack. If it was a show, Disney, Hollywood Studios, that's the one. I don't think we had anything else.
Either
for
way,
that.
link is in the comments if you guys want to check those out. There's a series of videos. There's 3 of them we have.
Yes, that sounds about right. I mean, yeah, you can tell just by walking back this way. The park is slow. We have that short window before it gets busy
Is
again. For
is Tower still running 1 shaft?
let's see as we walk
Because
out.
if it's 35 with 1 shaft, that is still
Yeah,
very slow for
that's
the park.
empty.
We'll catch up on some comments here. Colin says, good afternoon to you too, Colin. It's 25 degrees in Frederick, Maryland. Oof. Stephen Singleton, hello from Wyoming.
Ooh, beautiful Wyoming.
And Buddy says, cool. I don't know what it was in response to. I'm sorry, I missed it, but I'm sure it was cool.
Or they're just not running either shaft.
I would guess.
There goes that one.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh no, both shafts are running.
Okay, good. Yeah, good. Awesome.
Yeah.
I know for a brief while there, they only had 1 shaft going. And it made me a little nervous. Disneyland Resort loyalists will probably remember when their Tower of Terror started losing shafts here and there. It was because they were programming it for what ended up becoming Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Okay, it sounds like there's just. Can you hear the birds?
Yeah, actually.
That's coming from the Theater of the Stars. Yeah, as I was walking, I'm like, that's pumped in, but that's a whole lot of birds.
The Hitchcock experience was at Universal, so I don't know why that'd be here.
Quiet times. Though we
this
cannot
actually
go...
looks very peaceful. Yeah, gloomy, but peaceful.
Yep. I do believe there is a Beauty and the Beast going on right now, so if we would have waited 15 minutes. I know when I was parking the finale of Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular was happening, so they all probably went from there right to Beauty and the Beast, like the good old days. Now when we get Little Mermaid back, there'll be that sweet spot where you plan to go on the ride where all 3 of those shows are going and nobody's left in the park.
How would that be? I wonder if that would be different now, because that's back when Hollywood Studios was mostly shows. It still is, but you also have, the advent of Toy Story Land and Galaxy's Edge too.
Yeah.
So. Runaway Railway exists. I guess that was the great movie right before, so that doesn't change the ride count.
Yeah, but actually, great movie or Runaway Railway does more per hour than great movie. So
that, and then the ride itself is 5 minutes and not 25.
Yeah. I'm not going to walk down the stairs just because it's been raining.
Safety first.
Well, I bought these.
Although that would make our view count skyrocket.
And my camera die. I bought new shoes for the cold weather and the wetness, and they're hiking shoes, which work great, except on smooth surfaces and when it's wet, not so much. Yeah, I mean, even the Brown Derby Lounge has a few people hanging out outside. I'm sure they'll only be out there for another few minutes till that decides it wants to fall. Joe still has his 50th.
Have you seen it in theaters?
No, I have not. I did.
We went and saw it Sunday. Highly recommend it. It was almost a completely different movie in
Well,
theaters, and I loved
that's
it.
that's what seeing a movie in the theaters is. I have people that are like, I don't need to see a movie in theaters. Like, yes, you do. I don't care how
Yeah.
good your system is. If you don't see it in the theater, you're not seeing it the way it's meant to be seen.
I've written at length on laughingplace.com about why you should go see um, the Pixar movies in theaters as they are coming out this spring. And one of the scenes I was most looking forward to in Soul is when he falls and it goes a little hand drawn for a second and very 2D black and white. And I had tears in my eyes. It was so beautiful.
Did they
But yeah.
do it in 3D? Was it
If they
originally in 3D?
I know it was going to have the option. I did not see it in 3D, but I think they actually did have it as an option.
We got Fancy Nancy, Vampirina, Fluto, and Doc McStuffins, who Doc has no line at all.
But we want to go to the soundstage bar. No soundstage bar.
No cameras allowed up there. Star Wars Launch Bay is open, of course. The cargo store still has not reopened. The studio store, not reopened. We're coming on 4 years now of some of these. And
A Bug's Life? Well, hold on, go up. Look at those banners for a second.
Oh, no, it's the real Bug's Life.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's there. A Real Bug's Life, yes.
Oh, wow. Every, and I know this is not the laughing place feelings at all, but every urge that I had to watch A Real Bug's Life has been squashed, pun intended, by who's narrating it.
Who's narrating it?
Aquafina.
Ah. That'll do it.
Yep. Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which we know is returning this year in some way, shape, or form. We don't know
what
what
it
it
new
will be.
name, isn't it?
I don't feel like they do, because that means they would have to change the they'd have to change the banner outside.
That and then that already confuses a lot of folks. Oh, it's the ride, right? No, that's Ariel's Undersea Adventure.
Oh, that was like what it was before the ride existed.
Yeah, it is changing its name. The Little Mermaid, a Musical Adventure, a fully reimagined theatrical production inspired by the animated classic, The Little Mermaid.
Musical adventure. That's how they do that.
That's how they differentiate from the ride.
We're coming up on Walt Disney Presents, which right now has a behind-the-scenes look at Percy Jackson. I know for a fact we cannot go into that building because we lose signal about 3 feet before that. So there will be a link put in the comments if you want to check out what's going on with the Percy Jackson sneak preview.
Meet Ariel from the live-action story.
Let's see. We got Percy Jackson and Wish up there.
Coming to digital formats for purchase on January 23rd, which means all you people doing the wait, and I used quotes with my fingers on that one, I would expect Disney Plus to also be around that time, but we have not heard anything official on that.
Yeah, right now I think it's following like a month or so behind that.
Yeah, usually when it's available for purchase digitally, it's within that same time frame, if not.
Frozone is out meeting.
Our website does not like my computer.
Num num cookies.
There's something better about them in California. I think it's because they make them fresh right there.
I enjoy Nom Nom Cookie pretty much anywhere. And the fact that Sully is out in the elements to me is strange.
But no Wade or Ember in the elements.
And then, of course, we have the emergency exit for um,
Toy Story
whatever
Mania.
that. Thank you. I was like, Toy Story. Nope. Which one is it? And Edna Mode is inside her own little area with no Christmas tree now. That's what I didn't plan for that. This area is like before the pandemic and post-pandemic. There's more characters out.
Mhm.
No, because they had the Incredibles out pre-pandemic. So it's just an interesting change of how they did everything back here. I'm just happy again. There's more area to meet characters.
Kjo Dino 3 says we are heading to their favorite land. I'm guessing Toy Story Land?
So I don't know if you saw my, multiple shirts on some of my past trips, but I decided to wear. I have a Woody shirt from Roosevelt's.
Right.
Thank you to Roosevelt's for always providing us with high class clothes. And I wore it on the plane just because it was. I love that shirt. And then somebody said, "There's a snake on the plane." It's like, thank you. That worked so much better than I ever could have guessed.
I watch ABC News. That wasn't in reference to your shirt. That there were snakes on that plane. No, I'm joking. Obviously.
I think that was before that.
Anyway, the new Boeings have an easy way of solving that problem of snakes on a plane. Just open the door in the mid-flight.
Hey, but your iPhone won't crack. So yeah, we're in Toy Story Land. Have you eaten it? The Roundup barbecue?
I have
Roundup
not. No. Honestly, I feel like no. That's got to be wrong. We've gone in there, but it's very rare we go into Toy Story Land.
See, Roundup Rodeo Barbecue is very good. Like, I appreciate that they brought the barbecue from way over in the campground all the way to here.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty much the same as I almost said Flame Tree, but that's not it. Trails End.
Yeah.
Scott has a question. Is very rare a barbecue joke?
That's fun.
KJ says they have eaten at Roundup Barbecue. It was fun, but defo a one and done.
Oh, see, that's someplace I would definitely return to.
Now, to me, it's very much for like Trails End is the good eats, and you sit and you have your own family and your friends, whatever. From what I've seen of Roundup Barbecue, it skews where it's very interaction heavy, like 50s Primetime Cafe almost, or Whispering Canyon. But
no, the only thing that they do is they have the announcements go every 5 minutes or so, and just one of them is Andy's coming, and then everybody freezes.
Can I flip a card on my table that says I don't want to play?
No, sorry, you cannot. You must
I haven't eaten
partake.
at 50s Primetime in years. Have you eaten there recently?
Not recently enough. I have been having some cravings for meatloaf recently, so that will probably be something I will be enjoying at some point soon. But I know that just like with Whispering Canyon, if you don't want to, they won't engage that much.
Yeah. I was always, in terms of Disney's Hollywood Studios eateries. I was always a sci-fi dining kid.
I was also 50s has better food though. Um, but then I finally ate at Mama Melrose like
Oh, well, yes.
10, 11 years ago. I was like, okay, that's some good food there.
Okay, we don't talk about that because that is the best kept secret tucked away at the park.
Yeah, that corner, unless you're seeing Muppets, especially at this point, like there's no reason to go back there.
Yeah, the art store and the Christmas shop aren't even open, are they?
Nope. We will walk back there because the last time I was here was Santa Duffy was me in the Once Upon a Christmas store.
Do you think
one of the-
regular Duffy would be there?
I doubt it. One of the nice things about all the rain we've been having recently, it's green here on Batu.
I thought they were a desert planet.
Just because they have two suns. And everything looks like a desert.
I'm not condoning this behavior, but KJ says we say follow your nose to Mama Melrose. It's true. You could smell that place from the Muppets.
Yeah, as soon as you walk out, you're just slapped upside the head with a pasta.
You just described dinner with my grandparents.
It should be like the chef with the Mama Melrose. Actually, no, because then they'll turn it into like.
I was like, I'm sure I could find a publicity picture where it's Mama. There is a Mama Melrose.
Oh, everybody is standing here, staring at a first order trooper or two first order troopers up there. They aren't doing anything. They're just. I do enjoy it. Everybody is just literally staring at the first order troopers up there. Nothing is going on.
Oh, they're up there. Okay, they're there.
Yeah.
I'm like looking in the crowd. I'm like, I don't even see them.
Yeah.
What's going on with the big Star Cruiser hallway? Anything?
I'm sorry, with the big
Star Cruiser hallway?
Last time I was back there.
/ knocking bay / I don't know what it's officially called. Oh, it's stroller parking.
No, it's just a guy fighting an
okay.
alcove. Yeah, it looks like they still have the boxes up because a lot of people were putting up ribbons.
Yeah.
So yeah, completely blocked off.
Anything on that sign?
The off-planet shuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't remove the sign, but they still have the touchpad. It's much like the Adventures Club building staying where it was for
Years.
a decade after.
Yeah.
It's just like, stop teasing people.
Also, like, this could so easily be put behind a door like it was before.
Yeah.
Like, why? Hey, they're on the ground now.
Yeah.
Or those additional ones.
Here we'll catch their show. They're heading.
Go with the warnings. You've been warned.
That's letting you go with a warning, I guess. I'm also one that I always believe that you should fill in all the space. Everybody is stopped at the little pylons, so there's all this empty space up here. I'm leaning against a wall right now, so I'm fine. We will sit here and watch the first order of this little show that they do.
Is this this might be a spoiler. Sorry, everybody. I'm not a frequenter of Galaxy's Edge. Is this when Kylo comes out?
They have varying throughout the day.
Okay.
The reports are true, aren't they? Just to look at this outpost. Blaster holes, no, yes, it's an Epsilon command shuttle. First time seeing one? It's impressive, isn't it? Take a look at those cannons. We're not going to use them, unless we have to. Look at this tiny child over here. So insolent. Totally devoid of any discipline. And it looks like the result of a genetic experiment gone horribly wrong. How old are you? 10. So you are capable of speech. Our report said that there was no intelligent life on this planet. Let's see whether or not it's true. Where'd you get that weapon, 10-year-old? The Jedi gave it to you. I guess you have to say goodbye to your mom and dad, right? That's the Jedi code. And you can never speak of them again, or they'll tell you you're on the path to the dark side, right? Sounds fun, doesn't it? Doesn't everyone want to be a Jedi now? Please, all of you, there's no reason to be nervous. Come closer. It's so much easier to keep you all safe when I can see your faces. Please, don't think of us as soldiers. Think of us as healthcare professionals. You're all suffering a dear, sweet sickness, and we're here to treat you, aren't we? Please, all of you within this outpost, hear me. The First Order is now firmly in power. It's exciting, thank you. Sounds like someone's booing, but it's so weak that I can barely hear it. Sounds like a bantha mating call, and there are children present. The Resistance has finally been destroyed. But they don't want to accept it. They do not see that the First Order brings stability, high order, and rule of law to the galaxy. The Resistance, ooh, yes, ma'am, they would disrupt this balance. They would bring conflict, aggression, even war. And we would be forced to respond with the same, yet they press on, trying to survive, to keep fighting for a hopeless cause. We believe a Resistance spy has been sent to Batu. Some of you may have even cooperated. Some of you may actually support the Resistance. If this is so, we will fight on you. You will feel the consequences of your actions, man. Troopers!
Lieutenant.
Sir, welcome to Batu.
You are a poor ambassador.
Sir?
Have you found the Resistance spy?
Yes, sir. But we will. I have dispatched patrol units into each sector. It's only a matter of time, sir.
You have failed, Lieutenant. That Resistance spy was tracked to Batu. You were sent to find her.
Sir.
If she is here, she may not be alone. Do you understand?
Yes.
The Resistance must not be allowed to regroup. If someone in this outpost knows something, we need to find them.
Sir, I'll prepare a team. I'll lead them myself in one.
You will await further orders.
Yes, sir.
Troopers.
The Supreme Leader has traveled across the far reaches of the Outer Rim just for you, man. Just to keep you safe. And all that we ask is that you enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your family bonding time. And if you notice anything unusual, we're asking that you report it. Can you do that for us, ma'am? Do you understand the basic language of this planet? If not, I can get one of those protocol droids. Okay. All of you remain where you are and prepare to be questioned. For the order!
So I've always wondered, that's the cockpit of the ship. Like Babu Frick could fit up there, but not any normal size person. And where? There we go. All of those of you who love seeing Kylo Ren, that was for you. Oh, here, we'll stand here and see if they pick on us. I don't know. It's just a Kylo circle.
Kind of stay to the left. I saw this earlier, and I want to ask what your thoughts are.
Are we talking about the photo pass?
No. Now look at Oga's, kind of. Get the roof of the building, too. Lower, just a little bit lower. You want that overhang. Is that a hidden Donald?
The blue?
The blue stripe, like a sailor hat coming down, and then you have the two circles over the door with the overhang being the beak.
Oh, no, I don't think so. I remember that. I was like, wait, and I remember that when it opened, that was one of those, like, it actually looks more like Ducky Momo. So go on and, bring up Ducky Momo from Phineas and Ferb, and there you go. You're Ducky Momo.
I mean, there was a Phineas and Ferb meet and greet in this area at one point. Kind of. It was closer to Muppets.
45-minute standby for
Falcon. Not awful for that.
Now I'm swimming upstream as I walk up the stairs.
Careful.
Yeah.
It's wet.
There is no wet floor sign here.
Alexa says, thanks. Nice to see the differences from the West Coast. They are subtle, I think, but they're there.
Oh, there goes Chewie. If you're not sure who Chewie is, it's a really furry Wookiee up there.
What's a Wookiee?
I don't know. What's a Wookiee with you? Hey! The gathering of everybody just kind of pushing around Chewbacca right now is always one of those ones that.
That's fair. I actually like the Black Spire outpost here. Although this is an area I like to. I haven't done it in a long time, but on my personal social media, I play Morocco Pavilion or Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And a lot of times I'll use this area to throw people off.
Same thing. This was inspired by the Morocco and Middle East architecture. Because that's what Batu is. So,
what were restrooms called back when it first opened? Refreshers?
Refreshers. Some people still refer to them. So, no, it's not an Epcot festival. It's just a lot of drinks on the trash can over there.
Did you buy your placemat yet?
No.
On Etsy and other fan sites, there's fan-created placemats that people can buy for when they go festival enjoying at Epcot, and just to make a nice little table setting out of the tables or the trash cans.
I did talk with some of the merchandise people that I know, and I asked about that. They're like, no, we're never going to do that, because while we understand people eat a trash can, we're not going to encourage people to eat a trash can.
Yeah, 1,000%. What's the rise weight?
Their sign is always the worst until you have to be right up next to it, because I think it's so 65, 80. Yeah. Order 66. It is 65 minutes. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's an 85 minutes. even though I know this queue pretty well, and there's nothing on the outside of this queue,
Yeah.
so there must be something very wrong.
I just got an alert, but this is for later, so don't panic now. An isolated tornado and damaging winds are possible when the Arctic air moves in later this evening. So,
And we're
You're in the
okay with
Central
this.
if you're in the Central Florida region, well, again, bundle up and be safe this evening.
I just left 20-degree weather in a Disney park. I don't need to go back to it in Florida.
Was it 20-degree Fahrenheit or 20-degree Celsius?
Fahrenheit. Oh,
Okay.
God, I wish it was Celsius. No, the weather. And anybody that knows me knows that I reference The Day After Tomorrow, the movie, quite often. And somebody took the poster and just crossed off day after, and it's like tomorrow. Like, yep, that's pretty much what the weather is now. Goofy is out in his tourist garb. Oh, here's the birds going crazy. Again, that was a sign in The Day After Tomorrow. Like, look.
No, that was the core. The birds went nuts in the core.
Well, they all took off
The magnetic
flying.
systems. I guess
Nice
right before
shirt.
the storm hit. But there was definitely a scene in Trafalgar Square in the core where the birds went bananas.
Yeah, because the magnetic was all long.
Now that brings up it's a movie-based theme park, so let's talk movies for a second. What's the best disaster movie? Do you think it's The Day After Tomorrow?
I love The Day After Tomorrow. I love it more as I've been watching the world turn into what it really is.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, no. I have firm belief that we are not far behind that movie at this point. What about yours?
What was fictitious about that movie was that it happened in like 2 days.
Yeah.
The Core is up there for me. I like all of them, really. But yeah, The Core and The Day After Tomorrow are probably Volcano, when the volcano comes up from LA. That's kind of fun.
There were, that's the fun thing about the movies. You can track, oh, here's the 3 asteroid films. Here's the 3 volcano films.
And sorry, Disney's Hollywood Studios, I was more of a Deep Impact kid than a Armageddon kid.
See, I love Armageddon. That is, if I have one regret of not getting my butt to Disneyland Paris earlier, it was missing the Armageddon attraction.
They announced that it closed or was closing, and I looked at Morgan. I'm like, well, we have no reason to go there now.
I always love this cut through, especially when it's busy. Nobody ever does that.
Yeah. I remember when I first moved out here, I got so confused because I didn't understand why that was even there. I still don't understand why it's there, but like it's a circle around the Stage One Company store basically, but it always disoriented me to a point where I was just, how big is this area? I know it's just a circle.
Speaking of Mama Melrose,
How's it smell?
that could be because I'm stuffed up, but can't really smell it. I can smell their pastries more than the Italian food.
Did you? I don't know if they still let you do this, but did you take the crayons to the wall at any point and write your name on it?
I don't recall that ever happening, so I do not.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably hard to see. Last I went, but mine's still up there. It's not too far from the check-in desk. The oven-baked chicken and Parmesan.
Yeah. Their spaghetti and meatballs is amazing, but
yeah,
I stick with the good old standbys.
That fried fresh mozzarella sounds amazing right now.
It's a wonderful shop. Still has the decoration or the window displays from the Duffy time. As far as they just kept the same background and put the words on it. But yep, still close.
Again, it's not even, yeah.
Oh no, that's pizza Rizzo. I was like, oh, there it is. Nope, that was
It's
pizza
rat
Rizzo
pizza.
meatball sub, which wasn't working, and then it was working at one point. So I don't know if the rat pizza sign is back full time.
We were there not too long ago, and we saw it, but that's not to say it wasn't off for a while.
Yeah.
Straight ahead, the last standing piece of the Streets of America, or the backlot, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. The ever shrinking
Studio.
Muppets fountain.
Oh yes. Every time, like I look at old photos and I go,
Yeah.
I forgot how elaborate this used to be.
No, it was here, and then it was here, and now it is there. Yeah,
But like even like it had a whole director's chair with like Fozzie and Gonzo, and it had it used to spin. It used to. Now it's just that.
I mean, I don't want it to go away, so I'm happy that it's still here. But yes, it is very much the original pictures I have from my first visit. I look at those, going, "Wow, that was so cool!" And now I look at it and go, "I guess it's so cool for the people who didn't know what was there before."
How do you feel? I was so happy when they put some kind of investment into it and had the projection mapping now with Waldo.
Yeah.
Did that make you feel a little better? Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, just any investment in the Muppets is always a good one. Yeah, the fact that it's still here, again, just like Country Bears. Country Bear Jamboree could have been removed years and years ago. And, if you listen to certain people, it was supposed to be. But the fact that, I'm happy that they decided to redo it. I don't care if they're going to be singing Disney songs or if they're singing the original. They haven't sang their original songs in far too long.
Mm-hmm.
So a new update for it would be great. And coming this summer. Well, we have a week until it closes.
January 27th, I believe. Maybe 23rd? No, I'm going to check.
No, I think it's the 27th.
Okay.
You can tell winter has hit indoor.
Yeah. Speaking of new things, Star Tours gets the new Ahsoka scenes in. I know they're coming to California in April, and the rest have said spring, so probably around that same time frame for the other locations.
$15-minute wait, which means you're pretty much walking right on. I think we found everybody.
They're all by Star Tours? That's surprising.
No, they're all over on this side. Oh, imagine when I always forget, even though it is still one of my favorite shows, Frozen Sing-Along. Frozen Sing-Along, Indy, Beauty and the Beast, and Mermaid at one time.
Would that happen, though? I feel like that's pushing it too much.
They used to do, long before Frozen, when there was nothing in the theater, they would do the 3 different shows at the same time. Usually it was like around the 2:30 time.
Chewie, where's Chewie at? That right here. When will be done?
I'm sure you could hear that guy asking, because I think he was on my shoulder where Chewie is. And they all just kind of pointed right towards the Chinese theater. I was like,
no.
You guys all just came from Galaxy's Edge. That's where Chewie is.
Do you remember the Star Wars fashion show?
Oh, God, I hate that. Yes.
I don't remember what it was called, but they roll out those trailer stages, walk out the characters, and just go back in.
No, I remember when the stage didn't roll off, when it was on stage, like, for the longest time, and then it became here's our parade of 3 different pieces of the stage being rolled off. It's like, I remember when this was a Coke stand.
What is it now?
It's a display for Coke. But
I like to watch old planning videos from time to time.
Yeah.
And one of them from I think it's 93 or 94 points out what a great ice cream location Dinosaur Gertie's is, and it makes me laugh.
Hey, she still is.
Head to Dinosaur Gertie's Ice Cream of Extinction.
You can get a Mickey premium bar or a sandwich from her.
But like the old planning video, I'm pretty sure makes it like hand scooped, multiple flavors.
Yeah. Donald just out meeting randomly around.
Yeah, that's cool. That's just a strange location for her.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Speaking of the Primetime Cafe, although it is top 3 favorite theme park bars is the Tune and Lounge.
Let's stick our head in to see if the chairs have returned to Tune and Lounge.
I know they weren't there last time I was there, but that was also COVID-ish.
Nope, not at the bar, nor they've removed some of the center.
Yeah. That might
the
make it a
waiting
top
chairs.
10, not a top 3, but yeah, I feel like now it's just more of a waiting room for.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure at some point the world will get back to normal. Let's walk over and finish looking at the beautiful Chinese theater.
Not the Maroon Studios billboard?
While I love the Maroon Studios billboard and the fact that they've cleaned up the Roger Rabbit so it doesn't look like it's just a blob. I mean, you can't see it, but it actually looks like
his shape.
Yeah. Which is always great. The fact that they invested.
I want to know how it
in
got that blobby, as you say, in the first place. Like, is somebody going up there and just slowly breaking pieces off?
No, I think it was one of the times where, the slats have become so faded, they just kind of, okay, we'll put it back. And then
Cliff's jetpack still at Peavy's?
Yes.
Okay.
And the helmet, yep.
I forgot about the helmet.
Yeah, the only references to Rocketeer and Roger Rabbit you'll find.
Which is so funny, because if you know about the park,
yeah,
that's what the park used to be, was the Rocketeer and Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, Pizza Rizzo was the Rocketeer Museum.
Yep.
It's also very quiet. Like, even the BGM, like, we've been walking at spots, and, like, BGM doesn't even sound like it's on.
I mean, I could definitely hear it now.
Yeah.
Well, as Jeremiah walks through this big clearing, I'll remind you that coming up at 4 o'clock? Let me double check that. Well, for sure at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, we'll have Barely Necessities, the live Disney merchandise show with Becca and Rebecca. But today, on this 4-show Tuesday, there is a bit of an outlier. We are having a live episode of Who's the Boss, looking at 2024 in the world of Star Wars at 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Pacific, with Mike Celestino. And then later tonight, Disney Trivia Live, hosted by Doobie and Gideon, at 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. If you like when we go live like this from the parks, which we do from time to time, and increasingly more often, it seems. Huh, Jeremiah?
I guess so. I'll be in. For some reason, I'm back in this park next Tuesday, which we're probably going to change.
Either way, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, get notified whenever we go live like this. From Disney's Hollywood Studios. So long, everybody.
Au revoir.